Hey, this is Carl, and welcome to another episode of Statues I Wish I Can Afford. So stay tuned. Hey, fellow collectors, thanks for tuning in my monthly segment of Statues I Wish I Can Afford. So I'll be starting with statues that I am currently interested in. Interested doesn't mean I am going to pre-order them though. Followed by statues that I have passed on. And finally, statues that I did pre-order or paid for the follow-up payments. First is we have this Quasar. This is again part of the Annihilator line I am collecting. So this is a no-brainer pre-order for me. I think this is the 5th one I pre-ordered for the line, and I think only Beta Ray Bill is missing at the moment. Anyway, love the sculpt on this Quasar. Anatomy is great and comes with a lot of textures, just the way I like it. Also, love how the cape is positioned. I wonder if they're gonna do this with PVC to prevent leaning, because PVC material is lighter than the usual resin. Anyway, I'm hoping the light up features will be very bright. And one thing I didn't like here is the portrait. Doesn't look Quasar-y like so much, but I can live with that. Next is we have this pretty cool diorama of Venom and Wolverine. I think this is based from an art, but I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, this is two of the most produced characters in the custom world, fighting it out on who gets the top spot. Just kidding, but the concept looks pretty awesome. I am not into dioramas, so I'm not going to pre-order this, but it's worth sharing that something like this will happen very soon. Next is we have this white Spiderman 2099 piece. I have been waiting for this piece for quite some time now, and it did not disappoint. I love the pose and the base. The suit has a lot of textures too, which I love. This is also priced very fair, especially the kits. I am kinda on the fence if I should get a kit, and it will be my very first kit too. Next is we have this SheHulk, not commonly produced in the custom world, but this one looks pretty amazing. You wouldn't even believe the price on this thing. You'd think it's a sideshow piece. Still not sure if I should pre-order this one, but looks pretty good in my opinion. Next is just a teaser, and we have this Black Panther. Been waiting for a while now for a decent Black Panther statue, hoping this will be it. I'm also hoping it will come with a Michael Chadwick portrait. Not that I am going to use it, I just want to have one. Next is just a work in progress on the sculpt of this Magik. One thing worth mentioning is that this Magik will have a Anya Joy Taylor portrait. I suggested that with the commissioner, and I'm happy he has granted it. Can't wait when this piece is finished and revealed. Next is we have this Carnage. I like that this Carnage is a bit muscular than usual. I never like it when he is too skinny. Though I understand that it is more accurate of Carnage anatomy if he is skinny. It's just that I prefer him to be a little buff. Anyway, this piece will be produced in the US too, and might be a pretty good deal for US collectors since shipping will be cheap. Next is we have this Wolf Killer inspired Wolverine. I think I've already shared this a lot of times in the weekly episode as well as these monthly episodes. I think this is already the final render for this piece, and pre-order might open soon since the Wolf Killer version 2 pre-order will also be opening soon. But I am not in the group, so this might probably do. Next is we have this Dormammu. This statue has already shipped actually, but I think it's worth mentioning that this piece isn't sold out. Although the piece is very massive, it's actually not that expensive compared to other statues. Anyway, I would love to have this repainted if I do get one. Next is we have this Flying Nova. I really like the sculpt and pose on this Nova. It's pretty simple and very easy to display. I think this is a better museum type Nova than the one I pre-ordered because of the pose. Although the one I pre-ordered has a lot more muscles and textures to it, I think you can't go wrong with either of these pieces. Next is this Spiderman and Symbiote Spiderman piece. This is inspired from the art of Gabriel Del Alto, and it definitely looks great. I love the group who is producing this, so I am expecting the price to be very affordable. I wanna get the classic blue-red Spider-Man to pair with my Sideshow Symbiote Spider-Man. Next are statues that I pass on pre-order or no longer interested in. First is this very amazing Bison on throne statue. I did feel I wanna pre-order it, although I have nothing Street Fighter related statues, and it's solely because of the sculpt and the presence this piece commands. The base is amazing and comes with Bison's trusted allies. I think this is the very first Street Fighter on throne statue as well, and it did not disappoint. Sadly, it just doesn't make sense in my collection at the moment. Next is we have this classic Daredevil. I think the sculpt on this piece is spot on. Love how small the base is. Everything about this statue just kinda screams Grail. But I just can't deal with the cross at the back. But I'm glad they have a simpler cross switch out. If I have nothing else to pre-order on August or September and they still have slots left, I might reconsider this one. Next is we have this museum type Sabertooth. Honestly, only reason I am skipping this one is I don't think I need two Sabertooths. I have an unboxed XM Sabertooth already, though I kinda really wanted this one more. Maybe if I sell the XM one, I might be able to pre-order this custom one. Next is we have this Spider Carnage. I really like this character because it reminds me of my childhood when I used to look at comics at the malls. Somehow, I remember this character a lot. Anyway, I think the sculpt is okay, but the base just doesn't look good. Overall, I think they just need to change the pose, probably to something more simple. But I do understand they might be using an art cover or something for inspiration. Next are pieces that I did pre-order or paid for the follow-up payments. Not a whole lot on this part of the episode. Anyway, first is this Wolverine vs Ninja diorama. I think this is a pretty good statue back then, I just didn't know that I wanted one. But I'm happy a slot has opened up and I was able to pre-order it. Looking forward to pair this with my X-Force Wolverine vs Ninja's diorama piece from a different studio. I'm just hoping the scale isn't that big, because the X-Force Wolverine is supposed to be 1 3/5 scale. Anyway, the sculpt on this Wolverine is pretty amazing. I'm just not sure what kind of costume he's using. Anyway, I can't wait to have my very first blue-yellow Wolverine. Lastly is I just paid for the follow-up payment for this King Thor statue. I think this piece will ship very soon and I can't wait to have it. This is also one of the fear of missing out pre-order I did back then. But I'm pretty glad I did, because now it fits pretty nicely with my other Asgardian pre-orders. Hopefully, paint on this piece will be as amazing as the prototype. Anyway, that's the end of the list. So what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching till the end and see you again next month. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and please like our Facebook page, Unboxing Bros. And if you haven't joined yet, you can join our Facebook group, link in the description below.